Hi, AfterBuzzers. You're watching AfterBuzz TV's Spotlight On, and today we're interviewing Cameran Eubanks and Shep of Bravo TV's Southern Charmed. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Of course, we had to start with the theme song, Southern Charmed.
Yes.
Ooh, this is your favorite, Shep.
I actually have nightmares about this song.
I love it. It's so catchy.
I don't know.
It's better than most TV
all
theme
bad
songs.
songs are catchy.
Well, thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for
We're
having us.
delighted you're here. We were talking before the show started. This is my new Vanderpump Rules. I don't know why everyone's not on the Southern Charm train.
I know.
Are they not?
Well, here's the thing: is like I'm a big I call myself the Bravo slore around here. I'm like every Bravo show. I'm like, yes, I know all about it. I know everyone's dirt, everyone's drama. I love it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like the one show I haven't watched yet, and it's amazing.
I'm always surprised by the popularity of it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, wait, you actually watched that?
Yeah.
And we went to the NBC upfronts last year, and people came up to us like in droves.
Like advertisers who I think some were embarrassed to admit it, but they were like, we actually watch your show. Like, we love it.
And we couldn't believe, I don't know, it's a little surreal, right? I think
totally.
so. Yeah.
Well, it's everyone's guilty pleasure.
Oh,
It is.
good. I like inspiring guilt in others.
Is that so weird to have total strangers come up and know all about your life?
Yeah, it's
They're
weird.
usually pretty cool, honestly, right?
People are cool. Yeah, you get a few crazies every now and then.
What you do is, it's like when someone comes up to you and they're like, oh my god, I love your show, and you just act normal. I mean, we're pretty normal, and they're like, oh, they're just normal people, and you're like, oh, can I buy you a drink?
Shep and I pride ourselves in not being affected reality people. I feel like so many people go on reality television and they get this idea that they're all of a sudden
Famous for real.
I mean, and we're not at all. We have no talent really that we should be famous for.
Right, we view ourselves as being infamous, honestly.
Pretty much.
We're slightly embarrassed.
Yeah.
A little bit. That's the way to handle it.
That's
I
the
think.
way you have to handle it.
It's not like we were just in The Revenant or anything like that. You know what I mean?
I love this down to earth. Keeping it down to earth.
We weren't floating in an ice river being attacked by bears.
Wow.
Well, Cameran, you're saying not affected by this reality show stuff, but you did the real world in a past life.
I did.
I knew as soon as I saw your face, I was like, I know I've seen her on the Real World or Road Rules. It had to be one or the other. And I'm like, Google. Yep.
And it's funny because after I did the Real World, I swore I would never do reality television again. I had a total normal life. I was having a total normal life, and then this show kind of fell in my lap with Whitney.
I mean, they wanted Cameran hard, if I can remember correctly. You did not want to do it.
I did not want to do it. No, I said no many times.
But I think if Bravo could clone a million Camerans, they would.
It's been fun. It has been so much fun, and it's such a dynamic group of people, and I think that's the recipe you need for a good reality show. And I think it's so rare to find. Like the Vanderpump Rules, it's a very eclectic group of people.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a real mixed bag. And I mean, my mom and dad were like, be careful, and my mom was like, I can't believe you're actually come out a little bit normal. She's like, you're not normal, you're insane, And I'm like,
you're not in this group.
Compared to the others,
yeah. So it seems like we've got a wide scale of things going on. You two fall right in the center, nice and calm, pretty normal.
Yeah.
And then everything goes crazy from there.
Yeah, we just kind of witness it all.
I don't have drama in my life at all. I fashioned my life to where that's not even an issue.
Some people though, they thrive. People thrive off drama. And I think you see a lot of those personalities in the reality television world.
Yeah, and cameras certainly magnify things.
Definitely.
But Yeah, I just kind of try to. My whole philosophy in life is to keep a smile on my face. Like that's my only job in life. I think that should be a good mantra for us all.
And that's your job then. That's your real job.
Yeah, I think so.
Everyone's always cracking your balls about you don't really work. What's your deal?
Well, no, we can talk about that. I don't want to reveal all my secrets.
Oh, so how are things going with? I forget. It's
the Palace.
The Palace Hotel, right?
It's not a palace.
That's not a hotel.
It's not a hotel.
It burned down to the ground.
Okay, so I saw this headline.
Yeah.
What is going on? Is this like grease fire in the kitchen story?
No, it was upstairs, a residential unit, but everybody survived. Everything's okay.
Oh well, thank God. But they only burnt down the place you own.
Yeah, but it'll be back, I think. And I have other stuff in Charleston that I'm invested in.
Okay, like what? That's exciting.
Oh, there's a bowling alley called the Alley that I'm an investor in.
Shep has a lot of
coals in the fire.
Coals in the fire,
Yes.
Yeah, it's
so good. I loved your term mailbox money.
Yeah.
So these are like your mailbox money ventures.
All my family are lawyers, and my dad told me not to be one, and he was like, because if you're sitting on a beach, you're not making money. I was like, how can I sit on a beach and make money?
Exactly.
And I think that's I think that's investing, and of course I probably haven't made a dime yet, but maybe one day I will.
I think you should move here because I think that's a very Southern California ideology. Like, I'm going to sit on the beach but figure out how to make money while I'm doing
Shep loves Southern California.
Help me apartment hunt or something?
Sure. Well, I saw on your Instagram you've been hanging out here for like almost a whole month.
He was partying with Scott Eastwood.
I saw that.
Yeah, I've hung out with some pretty cool people for sure, and I really like it here. I'm here because I wrote something and I'm pitching it to some people. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've got a couple interest and talent somewhere latent inside me.
And I'm glad that your dad told you not to be a lawyer. Look how fun your life is.
I have a good life right now, no doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, enjoying myself.
Cameron, you're married.
Yes.
And everyone's bugging you to have children, even your husband.
That's one thing we will watch this season. You will watch me try to determine if I'm ready to have a baby.
And
what are you so scared of?
I don't see a baby bump yet, so I think we're not there yet.
Well, you never know. You never know. You're gonna have to watch.
It's called procreation. It's been going on for
my husband wants a baby very bad.
Millions of years.
I know. It's I just try to be honest with myself, and I feel like in the South, and this is something that we talk about this season, like women feel a certain pressure, like once you're a certain age and you're married, like the next thing to do is you have children, and it just really hadn't hit me. It hadn't really hit me yet.
Me either. And I'm older than you.
Are you? I think I would just have one.
Yeah, it'd be like Whitney.
Then you tell.
It'd be like Whitney.
Oh, no.
It's only child.
Well, then, when you tell people you just want to have one child, and they say, oh my God, well, that's awful.
Yeah,
you have to have
exactly.
two. And then if you have two girls, well, you got to try for a boy. It's never good enough.
Vicious cycle.
That's
it's
how
a
I
vicious
feel.
cycle, yeah. So.
I'm like, I don't feel ready, and I think one would be more than enough.
Yeah,
and then everybody
too.
tells you can't raise only one child; they'll turn out weird.
Yeah,
That's not true.
I've got Shep. I really,
That's true.
I really don't need a child.
You're like my wet nurse.
Oh my God.
All right, dry nurse. Sorry.
Jeez. What is happening? This place is going all over. Where can I send the check to the person who cut Whitney's hair? Because it looks so much better this coming season.
Thank you. I saw, when I was watching the previews and I saw Whitney, I was like, oh my God, Whitney looks good. Like, something's different. I think it's the hair.
Yes. Now, did he move in with his girlfriend out here in LA? Because,
no, she works in Austria and Germany, so I know they were looking. But he lives here.
He's out here now.
I've been staying with him for the last couple of weeks in Bel Air.
Well, there you go.
It's a sweet house, too.
So nice.
Well, I happen to know where the gates to Bel Air are. Maybe I'll just come stroll around the neighborhood, see if I can find you guys hanging out on the deck.
Awesome. Shep and I are big Whitney
We
fans.
have a lot of fun together. He and I are share a lot of similarities.
I can see
I feel
that.
like this show, like, there's like another side of Whitney that I don't think not everybody gets, but he's really truly one of the funniest people you'll ever meet. He's a very, very dry.
Yes, I was just going to say dry.
Sharp sense of humor.
Very bright guy.
Yeah.
No doubt.
His dry delivery is funny to me, but
Me
I don't
too.
know
Me
if the
too.
audience
My
totally
dad
gets
likes
it.
him better than me on
Yeah,
the show.
not everybody. Me too. Not everybody gets Whitney.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I mean-
Patricia is just, she's the...
Something else.
Another
amazing.
level. She's kind of like the star of the show, just you don't know she's
Exactly.
the star of the show.
I
She
totally agree.
loves it, right? I mean, she's so
It's like
into
giving new
it.
meaning to her life.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it's like her having a grandbaby,
Yeah.
right? For her, she's never gonna get this grandbaby she wants.
Yeah.
So it's like she's got the dogs, and now she's starring on this reality show
And
on
she's
Bravo.
on Twitter and Instagram.
she loves
Oh,
it. She's
stop.
on Twitter
Yeah.
more than we are. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
she
so,
loves it.
she loves it.
Granny chic. I love it.
Oh, gosh.
She's a real character.
She's the real deal.
You know what's so great is like I feel like there's so many movies that make light of or comedy of like a Southern lifestyle, and this show is showing you like, well, those are really coming from real, true people that
Yes.
really are like that.
Yeah.
And life is really like that down
Yes.
south.
I think Whitney, created the show. He
pitched it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and he filmed the sizzle reel on his own dime, and he saw something. I mean, and it turned out to be pretty prescient view that he had. And basically, I think the premise was to show. To reverse the stereotype of the Southern sort
Honey Boo Boo, Duck Dynasty,
Okay.
you know.
I like that.
of the
Yeah.
rednecks, mindless rednecks, sort of, the God-fearing Christian idiots.
Well, we're Christian.
Right. Hadn't been to church in a while.
You missed church this Sunday for Easter. I take it.
I didn't. I stopped going to church as soon as I was big enough to tell my mom, if you wake me up, there's going to be a physical altercation. I'm kidding.
Well, I stopped going. My parents forced me to go all through high school.
Sure.
I don't remember what they were hanging over my head, but the best day of my life was that first Sunday I could sleep in because I would
I love sleep.
like you have
Yes.
activities,
Yeah.
you have jobs, and it's like Sunday is for sleeping.
Sunday is sleep. Every day is for sleeping. As far
Sorry,
as I'm
God, I
concerned.
don't mean it. I'll come to church
Oh,
sometime.
Lord. Just kidding.
Okay, so Whitney is not living with his girlfriend, even though at season 2 reunion he said they were moving in together out here. Got it. He's got a great haircut.
Yes,
Let's
Whitney
see.
looks good.
I have to move on to Katherine and Thomas, and I don't know how much you guys can tell me.
I mean,
But from what we've seen I got to preview the whole first episode for the next season. Katherine is pregnant again by Thomas. So at the end of last season, they're broken up, can't stand each other, can't stand to be in a room together, but they have their child. And in a 4-day window, get back together, do the deed, and she gets pregnant again.
Isn't it incredible?
I think she conceived after the reunion show. Watch What Happens Live.
Oh, really? If you do the math, that works
Yeah,
out.
It's
because-
all that built up
Did you see?
tension.
Because we were there. It was crazy. They were like going at each
saw
other,
her
and then Andy was like, "You really love her, don't you?" And he was
then
like,
he-
"Yes, I do." And she was like, "I love him too." And I think they went home that night.
Oh my God, they can't quit each other.
I know.
I think they have quit each other. I mean, I think it's.
As of right now,
I think.
don't
As of right
even
now.
I
make
don't
that
know.
assumption. How many times have we thought that?
You're right. I don't know. Who knows?
Every week, you never know. Yeah, it's a new.
I mean, the level of crazy, I love it. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how crazy is Katherine?
You know what? She reveals herself to people in different ways. She
Okay.
can be totally
Yeah, there's
rational.
many sides to her.
I see that on the show,
yeah.
100%. It's
So,
like he makes her
She behaves
crazy.
herself, and vice versa, for sure. She behaves herself around me and Craig.
Okay.
For some reason, she does. Like she's like, we might be like a calming influence on her. I don't know. But I've seen the other side. I don't know what the trigger is. It might just be Thomas.
Maybe
think
it's a
it's
certain
Thomas,
maybe
yeah.
it's a certain age because Whitney and Thomas really drive her insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drive her to her tantrums, shall I say.
Right.
Yes.
And with everybody else, it's like cool friend level.
She can be funny and sardonic and sort of
Yes.
like witty, but there's like certain triggers, and I don't know what they are.
The two of them tend to bring out not the best in each other.
Right.
You know, which is tough, especially now they have two 2 little babies. They're really cute kids, though.
They are.
She needs to find out those triggers and try to quell them in the future, if that's possible.
You know, I think her age also, it's like she's so young. I'm sure I acted that way
Can't
over
imagine.
a guy at that
so?
age. I
24.
totally admit to being crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
over
really?
men. Like, if anything's going to make you go crazy and throw a tantrum, it's a man that you care about.
Gosh.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had a girl go crazy over me. Well,
And
not
I
in
mean,
front of
just
me, at least.
just the pressure of being. I mean, I can't even imagine being pregnant on a reality television show with the hormones, and I mean, that's just. It's a
so
recipe
wild.
kind of for
It's
disaster.
wild. Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure
to be under.
Yeah.
So Thomas was running for, I can't even say it without laughing. He was running for Senate last season, and such like a, got the necktie up where it belongs, like using the hands a lot to speak, really buttoned up looking character. And when we open up for season 3, we're opening up with this giant fight taking place at his house.
Yep.
He's going cast member by cast member saying pretty terrible. It seems like he's about to pay everyone a compliment, but starts saying some pretty awful things about everyone. And it kind of erupts into a verbal argument, and it looks like it maybe gets physical. When you're leaving, he kind of chases after people. To me, it seems like he was maybe drunk or on some kind of substance. Was he like a little lit up at this dinner party at this point?
I mean, you would hope that would be the excuse.
Yeah.
You know, that you would hope that's just not who he is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Red wine does funny things to people. But, you know, I think with Thomas, and especially in that situation, things kind of snowball sometimes with him. Like, it just... He gets a little
doesn't
manic.
know when to,
And, you know, at first it was supposed to be tongue-in-cheek, but it took a little bit of a darker turn.
It did.
And then it just, I don't know, like, things sort of spiral with him sometimes. So I think that's what happened, but it was pretty eye-opening and pretty crazy.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
terrifying.
I mean, I thought he wanted to fight me, and I mean, I'm not really a fighter, but I mean, I'll mix it up. Like, I don't know, like
whiskey or 2?
I mean, I don't
Go for it.
I don't know if I really have a good punch to me, but I was like, what can I do? I mean, I didn't know what to say.
I really thought, I thought they were gonna. I was like, they're gonna start fighting. I mean, that's why we jumped on the. Thank God that golf cart had gas in it.
I mean,
We
the
were
thing
able
that
to
set
escape.
me off, this thing that set me off is first he turned to Cameran and said, you know, some called her sanctimonious, all this stuff. I was like, what? And then there's no basis for that. Y'all don't really even have a relationship. How anyway? So then he turned to Landon and said, "You've been really catty towards my baby mama."
Yes.
And I thought the whole reason that Landon and Katherine have a disagreement is because Landon and Thomas have a sort of a close relationship, and Katherine's upset with that. Now, it takes 2 to tango to have a close relationship.
Yeah.
You can't blame Landon for being your friend. That's perverse. That's insane. I was like, whoa, that's not fair. That's what set me off.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's what younger women do, is you always blame the other woman.
Yes.
And
it's just as much the man's fault.
as a woman in my 30s, I would go straight to my man and smack him upside the head.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
She's done that.
Yeah, she's done that.
You know, and he kind of deflected to Landon, and I was like, that's not right, and that's not fair. You know what I mean? It's not like Landon's knocking down his door to hang out. I mean, that's not how... I mean, they're friends. They're genuinely friends. Now Katherine thinks it's something else or more than that, and I don't think that it is, but... You know, it just pissed me off. I don't know.
The problem there is there have been so many other women that probably have had a few dalliances with Thomas, so she can't really tell the difference between who's maybe a friend and
Well,
who's
and I
maybe...
think it makes Katherine that much more vulnerable because they're not married. They're not even engaged.
Right.
So for her, I mean, here she is 8 months pregnant with this man's baby. I mean, if I was in her position, I could see where it comes from.
Yeah, of
to
course.
Be honest.
Now I'm going to ask, I don't know if you guys can answer this, but so we see the fight scene. It appears like maybe they're back together and he's kind of defending.
Yeah,
she's defending him in this fight scene. She's defending him, and
I think
they're
they
sitting
were back
next to each other.
They were trying to get back together in that.
That moment.
That was they had a night. They had a good week or something
Yeah,
like that. You know.
Okay. Because as soon as the fight scene's over and we flash to 3 months ahead of time, 3 months previous,
Right.
she's they're, just a little pregnant and they're not speaking.
Right.
So,
Right.
Okay, so this is
that
later
gives you an
on.
indication of like
It's still the roller
anybody's
coaster.
guess.
And you never
what's
know.
going
You
on.
still never know. I mean,
Right. It's still the roller coaster.
I mean, I guess that's like one redeemable thing about that whole incident is maybe like he was like defending her, but he went about it in the completely wrong way, in my opinion.
So when we see you guys take off in the golf cart, was that like the production crew's golf
No,
cart?
no, that was
That's
Landon's.
Landon's.
Landon had drove the golf cart over to.
Is that
Thomas's
her mode
house.
of transportation around
No,
town?
a lot of people that live downtown have golf carts.
Okay, fun.
Because it's small
Yeah, it's
and you
awesome.
can drive around. So yeah, thank God we had a getaway vehicle.
So tell me about Charleston. Like, where else in the country could you compare it to? Because I've never been there.
It's kind of similar to New Orleans.
Okay.
It's
Never been there either.
It's Savannah, Georgia. It's very similar to
San Francisco, a little bit. I mean, way
Okay.
smaller, but
Yeah.
like beautiful views.
Everything's
and,
old and
and
historic.
everybody is like kind of active and young and suspended adolescence is what I would call
Yes.
everybody. So
Everybody
yeah.
has Peter Pan syndrome.
a little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
Just like Los Angeles.
yeah.
There you
I'll have
go.
to go visit you guys.
Sure.
You would love it. Everybody Charleston has become just such a destination for people wanting to move there, live there. People come visit and they're like, I'm hooked. I want to spend my life here.
Condé Nast.
Yeah. Got voted best city in the world.
Like 3
2
years in a
ago.
row.
It was like
Wow.
Charleston #1 and then Rome,
Stop.
which is kind of crazy.
This year we were number 2 in the world. It's pretty crazy.
Well, you guys do shoot in beautiful locations. Like the city, no
it's
matter where you
so
shoot,
beautiful,
everything
yeah.
looks beautiful, like peaceful.
The quality of life is off the charts, and it's like super affordable. I better shut up. Don't come to Charleston.
Don't move to Charleston.
Yeah.
Here's my question
We're
about
full.
about the nightlife. So it's kind of like a quieter town, but it seems like there's plenty of nightlife going on because Craig couldn't stop talking about like what club is there left for me to attain VIP
I know.
status.
Oh my God.
Craig. Well, you will see a different
It's-
side of Craig this season. Craig has a girlfriend now, and he
doesn't take shots anymore.
doesn't drink liquor anymore.
He doesn't. He just
No.
sips whiskey with you when you're like, sip it,
yeah.
like an adult.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but Craig has. You will see a different side of Craig this season.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got his stuff together, so to speak. But Charleston has a huge drinking town. I
It
mean,
is.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Yeah.
huge drinking
I think I'm
town.
ready to move. I'm not kidding.
yeah.
Is
Come
it
on
like
down.
a slower pace of life, you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
And there's beaches within 10 minutes, and
But there's no available men.
I
None.
heard there's way too many women to men ratio.
There's so many
Patricia
beautiful
said
girls.
that.
Yeah, if you're a guy there, you are so lucky. You have your pick. But
It's like shooting fish in a
Men.
barrel.
yeah,
Shep's like,
Yeah, it's not bad.
Do people still give you a hard time about being single? Like, I don't understand why people are so wrapped up in that. You have the greatest life.
I know. People are like, when are you going to settle down? I'm like, I think it's
cares?
misery loves company.
Yeah.
To a certain degree. Like,
People, that's what I think too. Married people want you to get married so that they're like another one
so
on
you
our
can
team.
commiserate
Yes.
with them. Yes.
I think so too.
And then every year that I stay single, I'm like, this is a better
Now
idea.
you told me this. You're a liar because you told me that you wanted to get married and have children.
Yes. But I'm not in a rush.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're on a great George Clooney track. I think it's like you're gonna have all your fun, and
that.
then like all of a sudden like the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And then I'll move out to Sullivan's Island,
Okay.
get a house on the beach, and just have a couple kids and go to home team and drink beer and whiskey and then drive my golf cart home.
Shep and I will probably have kids at the same time.
Is Sullivan Island, is that the place you said was like the Beverly Hills? in
Yeah,
Charlotte?
it's
Okay.
definitely the most expensive.
And what's home
for
team?
sure.
Is that a bar there?
That's
It's
my
a
favorite barbecue restaurant and
joint.
bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I had a question. Somebody tweeted me a question they wanted to ask you guys. Is it true? Oh, no, that's from you, silly guy. Jill H. Savage wants to know, do any of you all hang out at Shem Creek?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course, all the time.
Is that a restaurant or a bar?
It's in Mount Pleasant.
It's-
It's an area of Mount Pleasant.
Okay.
It's got this great little like tidal creek through the middle, and there's like bars all around it, and it's just beautiful. It's idyllic for sure.
I am booking my
Not
next
cheap.
vacation.
Not cheap to live there.
How
Yeah.
do you get to Charleston? Where do you fly into?
Charleston.
Oh, it has its own airport.
Yeah.
awkward.
Come on.
I'm all going. Okay, wait. I have a fun game we can play. It's called Bless Their Heart.
Oh, I say that all the time.
Okay, so I have 5 questions, and the two of you need to figure out who Cameran was trash talking in each phrase.
Oh.
Okay, number 1. The Hot Mess Express.
Everyone.
Everyone. That pertains to everybody. That's a blanket statement.
This was in season 2, episode 1. You used it, if that helps.
Maybe it was Thomas.
Probably
and Katherine.
Thomas and Katherine.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Got it right.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Number 2. She went from being a bar star.
It had to be
Wait, she or he?
She.
Katherine.
Catherine.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a giveaway because
Yeah.
Patricia wasn't going to be a bar star.
And Landon isn't really. I mean, she's pretty good at a bar. I had
All
fun
right.
with her.
Number 3. Out of all these idiots, I've always had high hopes for blank.
Shep.
Me probably.
Nope.
Craig.
No.
All right. 4. Blank, so whoever's chances with me would be absolutely, unequivocally 0.
Shep.
Line.
Yes.
Such a lie. If she was single, I mean, it'd be like
Like
so
white on
easy.
rice.
Yeah.
She's
Take her
like,
to the nearest Chili's.
Jeez.
Take her to the nearest Chili's, get her appetizer sampler, and she is all mine.
I know a Chili's out here in the valley.
She loves a good chain restaurant. This one.
I do.
Fine. Did you guys go to a chain restaurant today for lunch?
No,
No.
we're in Burbank. Where the hell is a restaurant around here?
Okay, and last one. He's still dressed like an Italian drug dealer.
Oh, Craig.
Craig, that was funny.
I mean, what was Craig wearing?
What was he wearing?
Craig. He looked
I
like
said
an
he looked
Easter
like
egg.
Euro trash.
He was really trying to impress you, Shep, though. I feel like he was doing all this for you.
Craig is
I
such a
know.
good. He's like such a handsome guy. Like he doesn't need all that. Like
He
Craig.
doesn't.
I sometimes forget that, like, yeah.
And like Craig has gotten hot. Like Craig, first season, I feel like was still kind of a boy, but like Craig's a man now.
It
looks good.
I sometimes forget, like, his personality isn't exactly like a lot of my other friends. Like, I don't think any of my friends, like, care about what I think necessarily. But, like, yeah, maybe he does. Maybe I need to keep that in perspective a little more.
Yeah. Well, you guys had a really tough last season. Even at the reunion, like hashing it out. Are things better?
Yeah, things are fine. I mean, honestly, last season, what you saw out of Craig was just the tip of the iceberg. Like, they didn't show a lot of other transgressions that he committed. So my vitriol, so to speak, was more than warranted.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was so much that we didn't see.
You didn't see. Then, in that regard, I mean, and to Bravo's credit, they don't throw you completely under the bus sometimes. They can be nice.
Craig's all good though. I mean, we're like brothers and sisters. I mean, it's all.
Yeah. It's all water
all in
under the
good
bridge.
fun.
Is immediately well, some people will grudges,
Yeah.
but what the hell?
How is Craig doing? So he's got the girlfriend. Is he still in Charleston right now?
Still in Charleston. Yeah, they're living together.
Yeah,
Okay.
Whitney
I
and
did-
I
Sid.
think she's the one.
And he
did-
installed a safe the other day. He has a woodworking
Yeah,
shop
he's
in the
planting
garage.
He planted a
Stop it.
He planted a vegetable garden.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's all grown up.
Yeah. He's like Mr. Miyagi.
You know, I think there's something weird that happens after you're 26, and all of a sudden at 27 you just feel a little older. Maybe
Well, I
that's
think
what
his
happened.
girlfriend has been really good for him.
Maybe at 37, that'll happen for me. I don't feel older. God damn
Are
it.
you
Good for
36?
you, Peter
I'm
Pan.
36. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. I feel good.
Exactly. You're only as old as you feel, right?
That's right. You're only as old as the woman you feel.
Wow.
Well, Thomas. last week-
Groucho Marx said that.
Oh my. That's the words to live by, kids.
There you have it. There you have it. Start lining up, ladies.
Oh my God. Well, I'm a partial to Craig because I was born in Delaware and his family's there. So I'm always like, and there was rumors of, I'm sure this wasn't going to happen at all, but rumors of a spinoff in Delaware. And I got excited.
But Delaware's not southern, so it really couldn't be southern.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Is Delaware considered southern?
No.
There was a whole like Mason-Dixon line thing that I totally
was
forget.
Maryland.
Maryland.
Yes.
Yeah.
So something weird where people in Delaware will fight with Southern Living, you get like a discount for being below the Mason-Dixon line, the Southern Living magazine. And my grandmom used to fight with them on the phone and get the dang discount, but she lived in Delaware. I forget her whole reasoning and the Mason-Dixon line and the whole thing. I don't know. She got away with it.
I didn't know you could buy things off Southern Living magazine.
Oh, I miss her. Hi, Grandma Benny. Miss you. Gosh, what else? Scott Eastwood, who you were hanging out with. I want to know the dirt.
Oh, my friends are friends with him. And I was down in San Diego, and they were throwing this big 30th birthday party. I'm not, like, buddies with them, but we chatted for a while. It seems really cool. And, man, that party was so awesome. I mean, felt like I was sort of out of place a little bit because it was, like, rarefied air, and the party was just so cool.
It was like Great Gatsby. Like, you walked in like, what am I doing here?
Yeah,
Great Gatsby.
I'm kind of doing that a lot these days. I'm like, I'm just a guy from Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, and here I am, you know.
Shep
So
showed me
Living
a
that
picture
Hollywood.
of him. Sure, the picture of you where you were up at 8. It was 8 o'clock in the morning.
no, I just got a.
He was like
took a job.
bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
I took a job.
Oh.
Oh, wow. On the beach?
Yeah, on the beach.
You staying-
in a wig.
So you're staying with Whitney right now?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
in Venice?
Yeah, no.
No,
Bel
Whitney
Air.
lives in Bel
Bel Air,
Air.
that's right.
Yeah.
Who were you hanging out with in Venice? All these Venice pictures
Oh,
on your Instagram.
actually, that's a producer on our season 1, who's a good friend, and
okay.
we became real good buddies, and so he
Yeah.
and his friends live in Venice, and they're
fun.
hilarious. So I go down to the Whaler in Venice and
I
jam.
love the Whaler.
Yeah.
Love the Whaler.
I mean, we have some very good times down
it's
there.
a very
When are you
bro
coming home?
spot.
This place suits me quite well.
I know.
I know.
Right.
Like, is he gonna leave?
He's living that Hollywood life.
A little bit. Well, Hollywood and Venice are two different things.
They
when you
really are.
say,
That's
yeah.
why I live by the beach, just
Yeah.
to keep it real.
To escape a little.
Yeah.
Hollywood's kind
I
of
don't blame you.
it could slowly kill you, I think. I mean, you're like trying to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, and
Yeah.
it's just like clubs and stuff. I can't. If I hear any more house music, I'm gonna kill myself.
I love it. Well, I mean, Clint Eastwood's not inviting me to hang out, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, me either.
I love you.
What is the you picked relationship as your Instagram name? What does that come from?
Oh, I was in love years ago, and
The one that got away.
Your talk when you were fishing, right? The one that got
a
away.
little bit, yeah, and so I was different. Like I wasn't my usual irascible self. So my friends called me relationship because they thought I was boring.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's stuck from all those years before.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, look, it's relationship. Everybody run," because I was
my
actually
God.
partly responsible during those
And
times.
she's married now, right?
She's married with 2 kids.
You never know.
You never
Divorce
know.
happens.
No, a train has sailed. I mean, ship.
Shep.
The ship has
The
sailed.
Shep has sailed.
Classic ship. What a wordsmith you are.
Yes.
The South is so conservative and a lot of red states. And last season we saw Thomas running.
Running.
How do you all feel about Donald Trump as a candidate? If he was to become
He's
the Republican.
repulsive.
Okay.
Republican.
Absolutely
repulsive.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sadly, I think he probably will be our next president.
No, he won't. There's just no
I think
way.
he will, probably.
As I feel the same way about Hillary. I think she's repulsive too, but at least she's.
They're all repulsive, honestly. This is the one election where I truly cannot get behind a candidate.
I mean, Bernie seems like a good guy, but if he raises my taxes, that's not cool. I'm not happy about that. That means I can't come out to LA for a month and goof off.
Oh.
Maybe it'll work.
All right, so no one's voting for Trump here.
No.
No. I mean, the way he talks is. I mean, he's just. He's like a wrestling promoter or something, you know, like. Or Benito Mussolini, you know, like it's just awful. Anyway.
Oh my God, no. You're like, no. Oh my God, what else was I going to ask? Sorry, I'm looking over this paper like, oh, I know I missed something.
No big deal.
No.
Take
Oh,
your
you know what I
time.
wanted to ask? Jamie Chung was
Yes!
on your cast of The Real World. Was it 2004?
2004, yeah. We actually, I had not seen her in years and years and years, and she was in Charleston shooting an ad for Banana Republic a couple weeks ago, and we got together and had dinner. Yeah, she's great.
How fun.
She stayed out of the reality television realm.
Well, she's like quite a career going on.
Yeah, she's been in movies and
She parlayed the real world into movies?
yeah.
She's got quite the IMDb resume.
That's pretty rare, is it not?
She's awesome, and she's such a sweet girl and so gorgeous.
Yeah, no, she's like legit acting credits. Yeah. Plus, she's got this amazing like fashion blogger life thing going on too.
She's awesome.
Goals.
You'd like her. She's Asian.
Tell me more.
I don't discriminate. Like them all.
All right, so Shep's partial to like Asian girls.
He's partial to anything that's breathing. I'm just kidding. No, Shep,
they don't need to be breathing.
Shep actually has I will give it to Shep. Shep has got good taste. It's rare that he shows me because Shep always shows me his conquest
or hopeful conquest.
Yeah, and they're all very, very beautiful women.
Yeah, I like sort of the American apple pie kind of look.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Like Cameran.
Wholesome.
Hello.
Wholesome, yes.
You two kids never thought about getting together before this one got all tied
She
up?
was engaged from the get-go.
Oh, that's right.
Everybody asks me that all the time. They're like, "Do you and Shep like?"
I mean,
No.
I think she would. We have different sort of lifestyles too. I mean, I
Yeah,
go out a lot. I mean, I need someone at least to be on the bar stool next
We
to
would
me.
kill each other.
I think you need a party animal that's going to be like, or you're ride or die.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were saying you don't like anybody that's going to like tell you what to do. Like that girlfriend that was like, get up, let's go,
Yes.
get the day started.
Oh, no.
Yes, I totally agree.
I need,
You know, my cousin met his wife at the bar, like at the bar stool next to him. So, and it's like, my God, they got married when I was like in high school. So it's a million years later, and they're happy as could be. I think you'll meet your wifey at the bar.
Sure.
In like when you're like 60, it's fine. George Clooney style. And Cameron will bring her one kid and say hello.
Exactly.
Let's hope it happens before I'm 60. Good God.
Aww. On the turd scale, all the men on the show, who's the biggest turd?
Oh, God.
Thomas?
T-Rav.
Okay.
T-Rav takes the turd award.
And then we still got Shep, Whitney, and Craig.
I mean, what is the definition?
I mean, they're all turds. Really. They're all, yeah.
I'll take that.
We were saying you love that you brought turd
I love
back.
that word. I know it's so foul. My mother, she's like, I can't believe you said that word. It's so gross.
I think when we were
love
kids, we used to say it too.
I mean, nobody's a choir boy on the show. That's for damn sure.
That's why it's TV.
Right.
I mean, you know.
Wouldn't be fun to watch if someone was well behaved and well mannered.
Mm-hmm.
I try my best, but I can't succeed all the time.
What do you get people telling you who are fans of the show, of your show, versus something like a Duck Dynasty?
People always say it's so beautiful. Like the scenery, the houses, it's just opulent and elegant, and that's something that you don't really see on Southern-based shows.
And they say, y'all remind me of my friends from back
Yes.
south. Like, there's, I get a lot of like, you're just like my friend I went to high school, Jimmy, or whatever, and stuff like that. So I think, there's such a broad spectrum of personalities on the show that everybody knows somebody.
Everybody can relate to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all seem very, I'm saying y'all. I told you before we
See?
started, I was
You
like,
can say
I
that.
thought I was a Southern,
No.
I think I was a Southern belle in my last life, because as a kid, I would always just like fall into doing a Southern accent, and I was like, where is this coming from? That is so weird.
You could have been in
And
a past
my
life.
mom has like a very slight Southern accent. I wouldn't pick up on it, but people would always ask me as a kid, like, is your mom Southern? I'm like, well, she's from Delaware, but it's getting closer to the South. Maybe
you should start using y'all.
Y'all.
I mean,
Y'all.
you have our permission.
I like saying y'all sometimes. I do.
It's a good contraction.
It's easier, yeah.
Whenever I did
in the
like
dictionary.
improv classes, I would like very easily do a Southern accent. I would always do like a Southern girl character.
It's better than you guys because.
Well, I'm
that's
from Philly,
gender-
where we say use
and
and yo,
yeah.
Oh.
like very rocky.
Yeah.
Use.
Yeah, you need to
Guys.
curtail. I think you need to curtail that. for
Y'all
sure.
is so much sweeter.
Yes.
Y'all.
Correct.
And bless your heart.
And bless your heart. And my best friend Amber moved to Atlanta with her husband. So she, like, her children, it's so funny because she's very Northeast and they're very Southern. Her
You
kids are
you
like,
can give somebody the biggest insult and then if you follow it by saying bless her heart.
Bless her heart. But isn't bless her heart kind of an insult? Explain that to me. Isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is.
No one's ever said it to me. Nobody's ever blessed my heart.
Really?
No.
Nobody's ever said that? Bless your heart.
No.
Probably about behind your back.
Exactly.
Because isn't it? I was having someone whose parents are from the South explain it to me. They were saying, like, when you say, like, oh, bless your heart, that it's kind of like an insult to them.
Yeah, it depends on which context it is.
It's a pretty benign insult.
Yeah.
You know, I think. Trump tweeted at Nikki Haley,
Who's
our governor.
governor.
Something awful. I mean, he's like a child. You know what I mean? Like
She responded, "Bless your heart."
Bless your heart.
On Twitter,
Oh.
yeah. It was like
Well, that
all
was
over the
perfection.
And that was like everybody, the Twitter world kind of exploded
Yeah.
at that one. In a good way. Like, yeah, you're right. It's a comeback that is unassailable. Yes.
You're such a wordsmith. So smart. Where did you go to, like, some Ivy League school and now you're just like a partier for your life?
I went to boarding school in Virginia.
Of course you did.
And I think that's where I learned, and that's where I was like read the most.
He and Whitney
stuff.
are both like major words people.
I read a lot.
Yeah.
Voracious reader.
Voracious.
You were telling me you don't watch TV much at all.
Not much. No,
Yeah.
I watch sports and then like documentaries. Like I like to learn about things if I'm going to watch TV.
Wow.
Because then you can like, be in a conversation at a restaurant and be like, "Did you know?" I like.
You've never watched any of the Housewives?
Not once. No.
What? Not once?
I
No.
think that's a tale.
I'm not interested.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
And
Cameron,
then-
what are you
Whenever
watching?
I have the Housewives on, because to me it's like escapism.
me
It's
too.
like you watch it and you don't have to think. It's total escapism. And my husband oh my God, he's like, this is crap.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of women bitching and screaming at each other. Why do you think this is entertaining? And I'm like, Jason, you realize that I'm on a show kind of like this on Bravo. He's like, well, your show's different.
Because he knows everyone.
Yeah.
How's your husband doing? He's not part of the show,
No.
so you get to keep that part of your
Yeah,
life a
he loves
fabulous,
it.
quiet secret.
Yeah,
so he's a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Is he like emergency medicine or family practice?
He is a gas passer, a.k.a. anesthesiologist. Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Do you have the good drugs lying around somewhere?
That's right.
We've got
Yeah.
yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Every now
I gotta
and then,
give him a
like,
call.
honey, get out the laughing gas. Saturday night.
He's given me an IV before, but never laughing.
Oh wow! For
Yeah.
what?
Well, when you're a little hungover.
Oh my God! I was gonna say for a hangover. That's amazing.
We did that on this season in LA. We came out to LA
Okay.
at Whitney's house. And we partied in LA, and then after our big night of partying, we got me, Craig, and Whitney all got IVs on the couch.
It makes you feel a lot better.
That's so LA.
I think it's like a placebo effect.
Like B
honestly.
vitamins.
No, it
I don't-
works.
I
It
don't
goes
know.
directly into your bloodstream as opposed to in your stomach
I
drinking water.
never feel bad anyway, so I wouldn't know.
I don't know how he did. I'm like the
never feel
opposite.
bad?
I get the worst hangovers now.
I don't
the
get
older.
hangover.
Me too. The
Yeah.
older I
Like
get, the
whole
worse it
next
is.
day is ruined.
I need like 2 days to recover.
That's not me. I'm back at it
Living
right away.
Living the good life, Shep.
Well, yeah, it's physiological.
Oh, it is. You got the good genes. How's your house doing that Cameron told you?
It's
Doing
good.
great?
I mean, it's collecting dust right now. Unfortunately,
yeah.
I've been gone for a month, but I have someone picking up my mail.
It's all decorated.
Oh. Did your mom decorate it?
A little bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
because she bought you like furniture and rugs last season,
Yes,
right?
she did.
Sister-in-law helped
And my
you.
dad, sister-in-law and my dad bought me a bunch of pictures to hang, and so I got a bunch of artwork, and then so I just have like these massive late nights, and people just walk out with all my jackets and sunglasses.
What?
See, my bar is 2 blocks away, or
Okay.
was.
People steal your stuff in your house?
Not steal. They're like, can I? They just things just disappear. So when the bar closes, I'm like, to my house, everybody, and there'll be like
No.
35 people all in my
That's
house.
dangerous.
Sounds like a nightmare.
It's kind of fun. You'd be surprised what transpires back at the crib after the late night.
I don't want to.
I tell you what, good thing you don't live here in LA because
Because I'd probably be dead.
Oh, you should hear the tales I've heard about the past 4 weeks. It's pretty amazing.
pretty
Been
dicey.
getting after it.
Oh my God, you invite complete strangers from the bar to
Well, they're
your
not
house.
all strangers.
And
It's
they steal your
You
stuff.
know what amazes me about Shep is like he makes these statements like here we are in an interview. He's like I've been getting after it, but yet the women still just They line up.
There's like a boyish charm maybe that they're
love
like.
it. They
well,
love
you know
it.
what? It's like they're like, oh, he's wealthy and famous on a reality show.
But the good thing about Shep, and I will give this to him, like he is so brutally honest with women. He does not lead women on.
I don't whisper sweet nothings.
He doesn't. He is very like what you see is what you get. And, I mean, there's something to be said for that. Not all guys are like that.
And look, I mean, do not want to compare myself to this person because he's like an icon, but Warren Beatty was like famous for just being a complete cad, and they still lined up. I mean, everyone thinks they can change you, be the one that changes you.
Yeah,
That's exactly
what it is.
The girls love a challenge.
They love it.
They hear you being like, look, I'm not the boyfriend type. And,
Yeah, he'll
and
tell
in
them
their
that, too.
mind, they hear, I need to help him become the boyfriend type.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the average age girl that's always like propositioning you? Like mid-20s, I'll bet.
Yeah.
25.
Yes, exactly. Because they're thinking like they want to get married in the next couple years and they want an older, more settled guy.
Well, it's crazy. I mean, if I was 25, I mean, girls these days, it's becoming more and more sexually liberated. I mean, they're like guys. Some girls are. I mean, it's nuts out there.
Ooh, I mean, I've been out of the game for a long. I've been with the same guy for 8 years. So
I've been iced.
I'm so glad I'm married.
You know, tons of times.
What does that mean, iced?
When like I was like, oh, I had a good time last night. What are you up to tonight? Crickets.
There you go.
it's really
It's tough out there. It's a jungle out there.
It's all about equality these days. How are you on any dating apps or anything
No,
crazy? Okay,
certainly not. I think it should be harder to meet people than just, swiping right or left. I mean, that seems a little too easy.
So you like a little bit of a challenge.
There should be a little
at least.
elbow
That's
grease
how people.
involved.
Not everybody
Yeah.
has your outgoing personality. I mean, that's
true.
like that's how people meet these days.
It is,
social
yeah.
media.
So many
yeah.
people get married off of dating
And
sites
it's no
and
longer
apps.
it used to be like, oh, you're on a dating site, like that's kind of creepy, but no, that's
Well, my older sister got married off of meeting
Yeah.
a guy on a dating site, and this was like, I think they've been married almost 7 years now.
I
That's
think we
pretty
should
cool.
put you on a date. Let's do it.
Farmers
I'll
only?
do it for you.
Do
No,
you
we
love
need to
it?
do like
Do they have those commercials anywhere else?
I don't know.
No.
I think we
How
need to
bad
do-
are they? Have you seen those yet
seen
while you're
them.
here?
Yes.
Oh my God. FarmersOnly.com. Like, I don't get it.
That's absurd.
I think it's the fact that the production value is so cheesy that makes them so good.
I mean, who's
Women
looking
like
for
that,
a farmer?
though. I mean,
how many farmers
I'd
are
be
out
into-
there?
I would be into
All the
it.
farms
Must be a
these days
lot.
are big co-ops. Anyway,
We need to get Shep on like Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle.
Should mingle.
Right.
That's
I've been to
definitely his
church
flavor.
since I was 9 years old, but
Cameron's really sweet too. She's like a really sweet, like looking out for you sister.
I love
know.
Shep. I really do. Shep's one of my favorite people.
We have a lot of fun.
Does your husband ever get jealous of you talking to the guys on the show on the phone
No,
at all?
He loves
He
Shep.
has zero jealousy.
He's
very
like-
secure.
Bones.
Very
He's very
secure.
secure. He doesn't care.
And we talk and we hang out. Like I love seeing Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was an episode in season 2 that you were. Oh no, it's the premiere for this season 3 coming, and you were like, "Oh, I talk to Craig like once a week when you
Yeah.
two were talking," and I'm thinking like. I don't know if my boyfriend would be super happy about me calling another guy once a week. Actually, he's
He
really
loves
not
that.
jealous.
Craig is just a
Craig,
breed apart.
Craig is like a girlfriend to me. I mean, I know that sounds bad.
No,
like,
it's true.
I don't even think of Craig.
Burn.
I don't even think of Craig. Like thinking of Craig in a sexual manner is
So even though you think he's a good-looking
he's
guy,
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's so cute. But I mean, no, I can't.
He's
even-
not. I mean, yeah. I mean, Craig, to his credit, if like Craig, dated a friend of mine, I'd be happy. I'd be like, oh, good.
Yeah.
Because he's not out there trying to score chicks all the time.
No,
he's nothing
he's
like
not.
me. Nothing.
Craig
like me.
and Shep are very opposite in that regard. Yeah.
Oh, so Craig's not.
He behaves
No.
himself.
Yeah.
Well, is
Craig's
that just
good.
because he has a girlfriend right now, or that's his style anyway?
Shep is a lot.
No,
hornier.
that's his style.
Okay.
He's just. I mean, I don't know.
But he just loves to party.
Yeah.
Club.
Of course, he chooses partying. Used to.
So when he says there's no more clubs that I can attain VIP status at, like this is a thing that goes on in Charleston. There's VIP
No.
status
No,
at clubs.
I think that's the thing that was going on with Craig.
Like,
Craig
he
was
thought-
like in his mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
he
Craig at that point in his life, he was finding value or validation in being accepted.
being at the
and-
table with the
being
bottle
at-
service
Yeah.
kind of thing. And
Okay.
Which I mean, is like who cares?
I think we all had that moment at that
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a belly up to the bar with a bar stool kind of guy.
shot in a beer kind of guy.
Yeah.
But he doesn't go out anymore. I mean, he doesn't go out anymore. So
I know.
We'll see.
No, we got a new Craig on our hands.
Well, Cameron, what's your drink when you go to the bar?
I love White Russians.
That's right. So that's what you wanted when you went to his bar on season 2.
Yeah,
And they're like, you're like, we don't even have any milk this week.
Love a White Russian.
Yeah.
And what's your drink? So you
we
want?
promised to come back with milk.
There you go.
It's bigger and better, milkier.
When we rebuild.
Yeah.
When we rebuild. So when you go to the bar, is it like whiskey to sip? Is it beer? It's beer.
Beer.
What kind of beer do you drink?
That's probably why you don't get hungover.
Budweiser and Pilsners
Wow.
and Mexican beer. Love that.
So you're like a real down to earth drinker.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like shots of whiskey and Rumpelmints and tequila.
Oh my God,
Oh
Rumpelman.
my
And
God.
Goldschlager.
Are you still 21? Wait, the last time I did a shot of Rumpelmints, I was probably 20 or
And
19.
a good buttery nipple.
Oh my God. Who drinks those?
I'm kidding.
Hashtag, hashtag bringing back the 90s.
By the time you come to Charleston, the Palace will be back open, and you can. It is amazing.
It's
So
awesome.
excited. So
Yeah.
are you currently rebuilding it?
Yeah.
In the same spot?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So, and are they rebuilding the whole building, like the residences?
No, it wasn't destroyed. It'll be back
okay.
hopefully by the summer. That's what we're hoping.
Oh, perfect.
It's very low key, not pretentious. It's just like it is like the embodiment of Shep.
Shep.
Yeah,
Yes. I
sounds
believe
fun.
you called it, you said, oh, it's just like him. It's poorly decorated. The staff is a mishmash of, I forget. Oh, it's so funny.
But it is fun.
It's so Shep.
fun, and
It's
it has
a lot
a
of
very
fun.
you'll see a lawyer there, and then you'll see like a guy off the street. I
And
mean,
a
it's
hipster.
it's totally
Yeah. It's-
very eclectic.
It's very hipster vibes to me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm such like a dive bar girl
Me
because I
too.
can't stand to go places that are a scene. Like I always say this. This
I
is
refuse
my.
to wait in a line.
This is.
yeah.
Oh, can we be best friends? This is my. My best tip for anyone in life. I'm like, I don't do lines. I don't do waiting. If you're gonna take me to one of those places, like I can't go there.
Yeah.
I
have to have a
can't either.
reservation.
It's embarrassing to
Velvet
wait.
rope, no thank you.
No.
Yeah.
The worst.
I mean,
can't
people
do
playing
that.
God. Oh, you. No, not you. I'm like,
No. That's the very first time I visited LA. I was like, I don't like this town. It's
Yeah.
all like you're not on the list, and
Yeah.
It's weird.
I was like, that's weird to me. I don't do that.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
The
I
last
like
time I
that
waited
first.
in a line, I think, was like at the bar in college.
right. Because it's all about who you're with, right?
But
I
who
mean,
you're with, yeah.
All right, so perfect. So I'm moving to Charleston. I'm coming to your bar. I could work there.
Yeah.
I have those skills.
Yeah.
Hospitality.
Or you
You
can
could live.
invest.
Shep has 3 bedrooms, so he could rent you a room.
I could Airbnb out of your
help
place.
pay down the mortgage a little. Okay.
Sure.
Perfect.
So who's this boyfriend? You got eight
I gotta leave him
years.
here.
No, bring him along. That's
I'm
cool.
sure he'll be just fine with it.
He's no jealous bones in his body either.
Okay.
There have been times where I'm like, try a little
I'm
to
the
see
same
if he'll
way.
get jealous. Because I'm
I'm the
like, does
same
he not
way.
even like me?
I'm the same way.
I'm like,
What do you do?
nothing.
What do you do?
Well, like, I'll yell at him for being too friendly with a girl. Like, I'll think that the girl likes him, like Katherine style. I'll be like, what the hell? She likes you and you don't realize it and you're just being too nice and it's not appropriate and da-da-da-da-da. I was like, it's after 10 p.m. You're on the phone with a girl, blah, blah, blah. This is like years ago when we were first dating. And I would like call guys I was friends with who I never talked to anyway, trying to like make him jealous.
Make him
and he'll be
jealous.
like, do whatever you want. It won't make me jealous. He'll be like, go out and take a million pictures
That
for
would be
Facebook.
Shep.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I mean, like, I think like when you're dating, that could be like absence makes the heart grow fonder a little
Yeah,
bit.
no, I love a break from him. I love it because I think living with somebody is the hardest.
I bet.
Like,
Yes.
I think the ideal way to be married is to have apartments next to each other.
Sure.
I just think he's a slob and it drives me insane.
Yeah.
Like, I love him. As soon as we're out of the house together, I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot how much I love him. And when we're in the house together, I want to kill him.
Why? Because he has like his feet up on the table and stuff
Yes,
like
he's a mess. He refuses to eat anywhere but sitting on the couch at the with the food on the coffee table.
that. That's what I do.
He leaves a mess, like a trail everywhere.
too.
The apartment's only 775 square feet.
Oh man, that's rough.
That's
yeah.
tiny.
It's
Yeah.
almost a studio setup. We have like half walls and then there's French doors that close off the walls the rest of the way in the center. So it's not a lot of privacy
Yeah.
and it's not a lot of room and he's a slob and he doesn't think it's messy. And
Yeah.
to me, I'm like, I can't breathe. This is a lot of junk. Let's clean it up.
I hear you.
Shep's house has 3 floors, so
Yeah, that's nice. That's important.
You can get away
stick a
from
girl
people. See, we
upstairs.
used to have a townhouse in Philly, so we could get away from each other. It was great.
Yeah. Don't let this ruin everything. Maybe you need like 100 more square feet and you're in the clear.
So here's the thing. You could stay here for another month. I'll babysit your house in Charleston. Like absence, heart grows fonder.
Do like
you
a
guys
swap.
You can hang out with my boyfriend here.
Oh, cool.
Whatever you want to do.
Hey, you will not like that because we are going to go out. If you think you're jealous,
your boyfriend will be a changed man by the time you come back.
You know,
I'm not a good influence.
We hardly have time to go out, but when he goes out with his friends, I can't stand him. When he comes home, I'm like, just go to bed. So I feel like he'd have a really good time with you guys.
He'd have a blast.
He loves whiskey.
Good.
Crazy. Oh my God. Well, this has been so fun.
Thank you.
And enlightening. And thank you for coming all the way out here from Charleston.
No problem.
Our Southern Charm cast members. Yeah. Well, you guys all make sure to tune in for the season 3 premiere Monday, April 4th. Am I right? Monday, April 4th. Do you know what time?
At 9.
9 p.m.
We're earlier this year.
Earlier this year.
We're moving on up.
Tune in. Thank you so much, Shep, Rose, and Cameran Eubanks for joining us here on AfterBuzz TV's Spotlight On.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.